It's ridiculous. I mean, I was so disappointed in Prime Minister's questions. Did you watch it? Well, it was fucking disappointing, to put it politely. Prime Minister's questions is normally fucking so boring nobody watches, and I normally sooner watch fucking kettle boil or stick pins in my eyes. But seriously, I thought this is going to be a beauty, and Kimmy is going to nail bloody Summer over this Peter Mandelson fiasco, this disgusting individual who might even be a Russian spy now on top of everything else. What with the money from bloody Epstein, that nasty piece of shit, that paedophile, who apparently everybody in America and fucking England were involved with. He was a devious prick, wasn't he? But everybody fell for it, and it was all about sex trafficking. What about the women that are involved in this? The young girls in particular. How do they feel about all this? I'd like to know what. I'd love to be able to do an inquiry into the whole bloody thing and get all those people involved right across the board here in the UK and, of course, in America in particular. But anyway, we'll never probably know the full truth, but all we know is that he is a disgusting individual. Because I thought Kemi was going to nail Starmer, and I actually thought it might be the end of it. But what did Starmer do? His usual obfuscation. And he's very good at that, by the way, because of his training as a lawyer, I suppose, or barrister, whatever the fuck he was. And he got away with it, and nothing really happened. And I was so disappointed, Kimmy. You missed an ideal opportunity. If I'd have been there, I'd have nailed the bastard. I'd have fucking ripped into him something. I mean, I wouldn't be saying anything that's untrue, because it's all out there. It's fucking true. But she was very polite. I think she's lovely here, Kemi, and I think she's got a lot of potential, but she's got a long way to go. You've got to get stronger, darling. You've got to nail some of these bastards. You've got to really get into them. Another thing I've just got to mention, brief. Holly Valance, I think she's a singer or a dancer or something, I don't know. She was actually, Holly was born in Australia. When she moved, Holly moved to the UK when she was 18, and then to Los Angeles and then back to the UK. I don't know where she lives. I don't really care. But anyway, she was on GB News the other night. She's a right wing. She actually a right winger. That's unusual because most of these so self-important fucking entertainers like Billie Eilish or Eyelash or whatever her name is, got up in the Grammys the other day and said on stolen land she got a fucking mansion on stolen. What a stupid fucking woman she's turned out to be. They're fucking brain dead, most of them. It's a bit like Democrats, They're pretty much all brain dead, as you all know. Democrats over there. There is help for you though out there. I'm sorry. I was thinking that joke from Bob Hope. You've got to look it up. And he thought they were all zombies. But anyway, Holly Valance, she used the word you can't use. And I dared say it now because maybe it's one of the no-nos anymore. And yet, when I was flying the Airbus, I didn't even say it. It was the auto GPS that would say it. On Airbus aircrafts, particularly the 320 series and 340 series that I flew, and all on the new ones as well, the A380s, the word, the RETARD, Romeo Echo Tango Alpha Romeo Delta, is a standard automated safety critical audio call out heard during the landing flare. I used to often say when I was in the examiner's seat in the simulator and say, this doesn't refer to your mental capability, guys, although in some cases it probably fucking did. Because some of the fucking pilots I taught, trust me, I should have made a note to them. Don't fly with them. And no, seriously, most of them were really very good, but there were one or two. But anyway, and you're not allowed to use it. But of course, when the call would automatically come up, the thing would call out, and he'd pull the throttle levers back to zero. Okay, in other words, retard the throttles to zero thrust, so that you can't use that word anymore because apparently it's offensive, and it was so bad that they stopped the interview with her. Oh, is it me? Obviously, I am on the old school where sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but names will never hurt you. Well, now, of course, you can't say that either, because apparently names are very hurtful. Oh, my God, it's so hurtful. He called me a wanker. Oh, my God, you can't call somebody wanker, Peter. I've been called a wanker. I've been called worse. When I first came to the UK and I was working for British Airfares, I'm going to make a lie about it. I was there as a first officer and a junior first officer indeed. And some of the things that some of the pilots used to say to me about Australians, you come over here, you're stealing all our jobs, you fucking wankers and things like that. They used to call me all sorts of things. Luckily, I had broad shoulders and I would respond in kind. put it that way. But anyway, I managed to survive, and I didn't go home and cry my beer. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I used to say, yeah, fucking great, you know, because we do the job so much better than you. Fucking Australia's all the way, mate. But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm doing a Peter Shaw, and I'm getting diverted from my main course of action here. What was I talking about? Was I talking about... Oh, I know what I was going to say. Yeah, we've got to talk about it now, and it's really important that we do talk about it, because I think everybody should be made aware that there are people in the UK that want to make the countryside less white, because there's too many white people as farmers, I think, out there. I think that's what the attitude of some of these people is. They want it to become more multicultural, whatever the word is. Let's take a... There used to be a country called Zimbabwe, Rhodesia once it was called, and it was a farm. It was the place that produced most of the crops and fed Africa, and now it's a total disaster. A bit like South Africa. White farmers are actually quite productive and work really hard, and their compatriots don't, and they tend to fuck things up a little bit. But look how polite I'm being now. Do you think I'm treading that fine line? Because you've got to be so careful, haven't you, what you say? So do you think the countryside in England should be made more open and become more diverse? You know what I'm trying to say? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, Governor. I think I won't say any more, actually. I think I'll call it a day while I'm quids ahead. I hope so, anyway. Oh, my God, it's Wednesday afternoon. I don't even know what the time is. Yes, I do, because it's up there on the fucking top left-hand corner. 16:17 here in the UK. Beautiful day, by the way. So much for the rain forecast. We don't need any rain, by the way. We've had so much fucking rain in January and beginning of February. We don't need any rain for at least another 3 or 4 months, and then we'll have a drought. But it's been it's warm today. It's 10 degrees. 10 degrees. Yes, and oil's dropped dramatically. And if you're a day trader, be very wary of gold and silver and platinum and palladium and all those other good things. Very volatile. You can make money being a day trader, but don't follow my example, or I didn't, because most day traders aren't very good at it. It's difficult to do. But modern AI and modern computers and modern sophisticated programs are as advanced now as those ones that the big cities use, where they'll have a trading floor of probably 1,000 bloody machines running constantly, and they can do trades in multiples of seconds. And now we've got the same equipment, and with high-speed internet, you've got 100 megabyte downloads or even more, as I have now. You can trade nearly as well, and it's AI that's going to do it all for you. But you've got to be careful and put your stop losses. So be very, very careful. And by the way, I don't mind if you call it math or maths. Okay, somebody mentioned that in the post the other day. I don't know where that came from. It came from a thing I did a couple of months ago, and I was talking about maths. Here in Europe and Australia, we call it maths. In America, they call it math. Both is correct, or both are correct. That's an interesting one too. Listen, I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care out there in the big, wide, wonderful world, and we hope that you're well. May your God go with you, and look after yourself for Pete's sake. Bye.